What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Hey, yo, it's Nate Dogg, 916, coming at you live from Sacramento. Hey, man, y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell if you want to keep catching my content, man. Hey, thank you for everybody that stay loyal to the channel, man, and continually watches my videos, even going back and watching my old videos, man. I appreciate it, for real. Yeah, today, we're going to talk about success, man. We're going to talk about success. Now, I know so many people have different definitions of success. Like, for instance, when I was a young kid selling crack in my neighborhood in the 80s, 13 years old, success to me was being able to afford my own quarter ounce, you know, up to an ounce. That was success. I was successful once I started buying ounces. I was successful. You know what I mean? Then when I got older, you know, I ended up going to prison. And to me, at that time, and to a lot of people in there, being successful in there is being able to have a cell full of food, and all the clothes you wear are from the streets or from packages. You don't really wear state clothes unless you're going to a visit. Having all new kicks, new tennis shoes, and hats and sweaters, and all of the above, right? That's a definite. Going to visits every weekend, having money on your books, getting packages every quarter. Having a TV, a radio, multiple radios hooked together. That's a definition of success while incarcerated. You're being successful in there. But out here in the real world, you know, we need to really examine our definition of what success is, right? Like, you might be the type of person that thinks that making millions of dollars makes you successful. Right? And to a certain person's definition, that is successful. That is successful. I'm rich. I'm successful. I'm successful because I'm rich, because I have loads and loads of money, right? Then some people might define their success as, oh, my family is well taken care of. I might not be rich, but my family got everything they need. And all my bills are paid, and my cabinets are full of food, and I got fuel in my vehicle, you know. That's a definition of success to that person, you know. And everybody needs to find their own definition of success and aim at it. Don't consistently set yourself up for failure trying to live what you see in these rap videos, or trying to aim at what you see in these rap videos. You know, I'm not saying you can't do it, but you got to at least start. You can't be 30 plus talking about, I'm going to make it famous as a rapper. Okay, well, what you going to do until then? What you going to do with the time you got until you get to that? Or until you get started doing that? Because if you 30 plus and you ain't started it yet, it's a young man's game right now, man. The rap game is a young man's game. Go look at all the popping rappers right now. If they're not OGs that was already doing it, they're youngsters. They're youngsters. You don't see many people starting out 30 plus in the rap game. I'm not saying there's not, because I haven't done the research, but you don't see many, or in the music industry. You know, you don't see many. You don't see many actors and actresses starting out 30 plus in their industry. You know, and a lot of times you got people out here that lock themselves into one thing, and when they don't get it, they just give up on themselves. You give up on yourself. I mean, I don't know how to give up on myself, man. I do not know how to give up on myself. Me personally, my definition of success, my definition is staying free. It's staying free. Every day that I stay free from them prison walls, that's a successful day for me. That's a successful day for me. And I used to tell myself a long time ago, man, that as a teenager, man, at least as long as I make at least $1 every day, as long as I make at least $1 every day, I felt like I accomplished something. And then I started looking like that dollar ain't nothing. So now it's the point where it's like, as long as I make some money every day, I made a success. But I keep a reminder in my pocket at all times. I keep $1 in my pocket at all times to remind me to stay humble no matter what I accomplish. Remember when you were looking, I got to remember when I was just focusing on $1, making $1 every day as a success. And that was my focus. So I keep this in my pocket every day wherever I go. You know, I keep $1 in my pocket. This one wrinkled up, folded up, old, flattened up dollar, 99 cents and 1 penny, as a reminder for me to stay humble and stay focused. Because the alternative is going back to being able to, going back to having to focus on that $1. I mean, let's be honest. I wouldn't even get out of bed for less than $30 right now, an hour. You know, my experience and my schooling and my skills and my certifications demand that at this point. But the humbleness in me tells me, but you could be knocked back to selling or to receiving $1 a day. $1 a day. And do you really want to do that? No, I don't. You know, I'm grateful for everything I've been able to accomplish since I've been home. I was able to buy myself a home, buy my family a home, more correctly. I was able to buy the bike that I wanted, the motorcycle. I was able to buy the truck that I had dreamed about while walking on prison yards. I said I wanted this exact truck. It's not fancy. It's not over the top. It's just that specific truck I wanted. And I said that in 2010. And when I came home, I got that truck eventually. That exact same truck. It's not the color that I was dreaming about, but it's the exact same truck. And I just wasn't going to quit until I got to where I wanted to get. My definition of success. All I ask you guys to do is, man, analyze what you got going on, man. And please don't ever think that going to prison should be anywhere in your thought process is successful. You know, being a successful prisoner or successful criminal, I think that's like an oxymoron to say I'm a successful criminal, because all roads to being a criminal lead to being incarcerated or being in the grave. We got to start thinking about getting out of the mindset of, oh, I don't want to be, I'm not soft, I'm not letting nothing go, I'm gonna pop something, is that right? Well, you know, if you were spending that same amount of energy, that same amount of energy and applying it to a job, a career, a business that you started yourself, entrepreneurial type stuff, if you were applying that same energy that you applied to not being a sucker and not being a coward and not breaking it down to nobody and taking all fades off the back, all of that, if you were applying that same energy to whatever it is you see your path being, you can't help but be successful, man. I've said this before on my channel, and for all the newcomers, I'll say it again. I didn't do nothing out here that nobody else can't do. I came out here and applied the same mental concepts that I used when I was selling drugs, the same hustler's mentality. I came out here and applied that same attitude towards this free world stuff, towards this legal stuff. And I've been successful, man. I've been successful. You know, in my book, I've been successful. I don't have to ask nobody for nothing. I don't have to ask anyone to help me do nothing. If I want to go do something, I can. And last but not least, every day I get to breathe free air. Hey, you can listen to whoever you want to, man. I'm going to just tell you the truth. Stay loyal.